Want to welcome y'all back to the podcast, Revelation Through Conversation. I'm your host, Ken Brown, with my co-host.
Jay Brown.
Hey, today's topic, real men don't abuse. Hey, man, this was inspired by a conversation I had with a woman. I was there doing some work. We was just having small talk. She asked me how long was I married. I mentioned to her 5 years. She was like, how long y'all been together? And I told her 10. And she was like, how y'all make it that long? And I was like, God, like, ain't no way around it, God. And then I began to ask her some questions, about her situation. She wasn't
Mm-hmm.
married, but she stated that she was with the guy, had been with the guy for 4 years. And she said, I should have left at year number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, like, why you say that? She just began to share with me and open up to me about like how, he beats on her. Said he cut her, those type of things. And I was like, why, why, why you still with him? Like, why haven't you left me? And she began to, just share like when she moved with him, she, left everything behind, just came with him. And that's when, it all started. And like it just hit me, bro. And I done heard other stories, man, about women being abused
Yeah.
and we see it. It's everywhere. I just wanted to have a conversation about it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
let guys know, bro. Like, it's not cool, bro. Like, these same type of dudes, they'll be out here acting like, like they the man, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't the man, bro. You at home beating on your woman.
For
Like,
real.
that's weak, bro. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to get that message out there, and too, to the homies, to the brothers that be around guys that's doing this type of behavior.
Right.
Bro, it say something about you too. If you
Yeah.
rocking with some of your close partners at home abusing their women. So I want to call out the dude that's doing the beating, and I want to call out his partners that know he doing it and still go kick it with him and hang with him. So I said, bro, I just want to have a conversation about that, get the message out there, bro. Real men don't abuse, bro. That's real weak of you as a man if you going home beating on your woman, man. So I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
get in there.
I mean, yeah, I feel like you're a coward, man. You're a coward if you putting your hands on a woman. And that's coming from a man that was raised by a woman, single mama. This is coming from a man that's raising 2 girls. You're weak, bro. You're weak. And you need to get some help. Just get some help if you can, man. You don't have anybody in your corner. You know what I'm saying? Keeping you reliable. If you know uh, you have that about yourself where you got to put your hand on a woman, or trying to have some self control, man. Like, walk away. You feel yourself get that man, walk the other way versus putting, rather than putting your hand on it. I feel like you weak. Just hearing the story and what you saying, it's kind of crazy because how did that conversation end? Like, did it end on a note where she gonna try to get out of there or what?
Man, from the sound of it,
She comfortable.
she's not really just keeping it real. Like it don't even sound like she financially able to get on down
Mm.
right now. You see what I'm saying?
So that's another way. That's another reason why women may stay in a crazy situation, like abusive situation, domestic violence situation like that. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why they stay. They probably depending on them. They depend on them to provide for them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like, it sounded like it was a time she was doing it on her own. So she just gotta build up her confidence and just get bold enough to leave the situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I suggest. Just leave the situation. Because a lot of women don't know their self worth. They got low self esteem, and they've been in it so long, but it's all they know. But I mean, my message to the women would be like, hey, you're more you're worth more than that. You know what I'm saying? You deserve better than the man putting their hands on you. So if anybody's listening to this, man, just get out while you can. If you feel like you scared to leave while you're there, leave when he leave, or when he's not there, when he's at work. You know what I'm saying? You you worth more than that. You know, you deserve to be treated better than that, and not you're not nobody's slave. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's weak. That's weak.
Yeah, man. And like the more I sit up and think about it, like us men, like we want to carry on the load, for our women, like we want them to trust us, that they can depend on us, and I'm pretty sure she's not the only woman in that situation, or
Nah,
will put themselves in that situation. Like,
yeah,
bro, that's weak of you to have a woman to leave her comfort zone, and then now
mm-hmm,
she coming depending on you to
mm-hmm.
provide and take care of her and protect her, and then you use that situation to take advantage of.
And so yeah,
Like I said, I'm pretty sure, bro, there's a lot of that going on, bro.
oh
And
yeah, 100%,
if
man.
it's weak, I said it to the men that's out here doing it, bro. You weak for that, bro. Like,
Yeah,
man, we supposed to be the protectors of our women, bro.
100%,
Like real talk, bro.
100%.
Like how do we get from, you know, opening doors, giving them our jackets when they cold, and how we get away from that to we got them
Yeah,
at home,
punching.
we beating on them, bro.
Yeah,